Joubert easily won 2 gold medals in the Grand Prix series. He has fans all over France, if not the world, but his #1 fan is standing by right now with Peter Carruthers. Peter?
This is Joubert. Brian is about to skate. What is on your mind?
I am afraid. Sorry, I am always afraid.
Don't be sorry, you're a nervous mother. What makes him a great athlete?
Because every day Brian works a lot. All the day he works.
Hard worker.
Yes.
What did you say to him?
Well, for me, I think he's outstanding, and I love Brian.
Thank you so much. Good luck.
Yeah, Peter, that's great. And Brian Joubert, many expected him to move away from home, go to Paris to train. He hasn't done that. Still in Poitiers. Wants to be at home with his family. Here he is, his 4th competition in 5 weeks. The Grand Prix of Paris, Cup of Russia, the French Nationals, and now the Grand Prix final here in St. Petersburg. The leader after the short program with a total of 80.75 points. That was just a little less than a point ahead.
The confidence he was talking about inspires consistency, has given him a tremendous string of victories. The Cup of Russia, he landed 3 quads in a program. The first attempt, quad here, quad toe, hand down, just like the short program, double toe combination. The second quad plan is a different quad, a quad Salchow, takes off the backward inside edge. He changes it to a triple. That's his right.
Do you think that was a planned change?
It looked pretty smooth, pretty planned, yes. I don't think he thinks he needs it at this point. Triple axel. That was easy. Lots of changes in Joubert's approach. He's got a new coach, Jean-Christophe Simon, 2-time European silver medalist himself. His dream is to be the first Frenchman to win Worlds since 1965, and that coveted Olympic gold in Vancouver.
Mentioned the coaching change. He's had 4 different coaches over the last year plus or so. And earlier this season, he and Alban Preaubert became the first duo to stand on the podium together at a Grand Prix event. That was in Paris.
Second quad after the halfway point, so it earns a bonus. Turned out of that. Very difficult just to keep that stamina together. Fan, you may recognize this music. It's Metallica music performed by the Finnish chamber music group called Apocalyptica. Choreographed by Kurt Browning.
What do you think our colleague, Mr. Browning, has brought out in Joubert skating?
Well, Brian himself said that he taught him to use his entire body. And I think that he's given him a lot of awareness in his feet, and in his arms, and I really think that he's given him a lot more flexibility. His spins have also really improved. He's been gaining the higher levels, really paying attention to that. Every piece of Brian Joubert's performance has been on the rise this season. This was not as good as his performance at the Cup of Russia, but still, remember, 2 quads attempted, little mistakes here and there, but I'd say he is a dominant force in the sport right now.
His mom liked it, as you might expect. Yeah, it wasn't what we saw at Cup of Russia, but it's almost impossible to have that peak performance every time out throughout the season. And I'm not sure overall anyone really challenges Brian Joubert for the top spot right now in skating.
Quad toe, double toe here. You can see him put that hand down just slightly. Just not enough speed maybe going into it. A little tentative. And then the triple sow, which was supposed to be a quad. But beautiful air position, you know, as he mentions, he's thinking of quads when he's doing triples. So easy for him. And here, the second quad toe after the halfway mark, deep into the program. A little loose in the air, so he's not getting the rotation that he may need. So that's just that extra little eighth of a turn that's making him step out of that. Plushenko's probably the only one who can take him on at this point.
He's off having fun right now. Not skating competitively, at least. 76.51. There are the numbers. The 1-point mandatory deduction. 152.71. So not his personal best, but clearly good enough to top Daisuke Takahashi. And what you really wished you could have seen is the performance from Takahashi at NHK against a performance from Joubert at Cup of Russia. That would have been a heck of a matchup. Neither one put his best foot forward here in St. Petersburg, but Joubert, who skates away with the gold medal, he wins by more than 8 points over Daisuke Takahashi. Nobunari Oda finishes 3rd, and Alban Preaubert ends up in 4th. Peter Carruthers is with the champ.
Brian, 4 competitions in 5 weeks. You looked a little tired out there. What was the story?
I'm very tired because physically it's very hard, and mentally also. I gave a lot of power for the Trophy Eric Bompa and the Cup of Russia. So now it's difficult, but it's very interesting, and I'm feeling stronger now for the next competition.
Tell me exactly what happens when you took off for the quad but had to put the hand down. Why does that happen?
In the beginning of the program, I was not strong enough with my body. That's why I did this mistake. But technically, it was okay.
You said you watched a little bit of Takahashi. It wasn't a great performance. It kind of let you down a little. Why?
Why? He did some mistakes. So it was easier for me to win. But I don't like it. I like when there is a very good competition with strong competitors, and but I'm gonna have this kind of competition in Europeans and in Worlds. So
Brian Joubert looking for the fight. Congratulations on your win here at the final. Right now, let's go back to Terry Gannon.